Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. It's Wednesday. That's the day of the week, in case you didn't know. It's cloudy and overcast in South Carolina, but all is well. And I'm going to try something new. I'm going to play with something new today, I think. Let me um, let me say hi real quick. Oh, sorry, Trisha. I'll get you off there.
Okay. Did you send a telegram?
I did. I
That's
did.
it. You to fix mine because I'm not getting any. So
Well, let me find it on my phone. You're not getting telegrams anymore?
since I got my new phone number, no. So I've obviously messed something up.
Hey, Debbie Zuka Fritz. Hey, Sue Melima. Yeah, you'll just have to rejoin my Telegram. It's no big deal. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Whoops, we don't need that. Lisa Kidd. Hey, Carol Benke. How is everybody today? Ann Byers here. Hello, hello.
Hi,
And yeah,
Wendy.
good morning, good morning. Laurel's
When
here.
the videos of your grandchildren playing with all that jewelry, it's just so lovely.
So cute to see them playing with the jewelry. Trisha's hiding. She doesn't want to be on camera today. So I have obeyed her wishes. She is there, but she is not there. But I just thought today we maybe play with something different. I need to start getting some covers in the store and some covers in my stash because I am low except for this couple of minis that we did. I got those, but I thought I'd make a pretty much a full size cover today. Hey Capri, tell you about my phone stand. My phone stand. Isn't it cute?
I
Oh my
can't
gosh.
find my.
Oh, I don't think I have it, but I'll check all my stuff. I got these right before I left for Dina's retreat. It was the day before I left, actually. I was riding down the road and I see this store that I've never seen before. And I'm thinking it's a thrift store. So I went in, it wasn't a thrift store. It was a store where they buy, I think they buy pallets. And because they had stuff like you could get at Target and, all over the place. And I didn't see anything I wanted because I was really hoping it was a thrift store until I got to the checkout and I was talking to the lady. She's really nice. And she had these. And I said, "What in the world is that?" And she said, "It's a cell phone holder." I guess I had it up. I don't know if I had it upside down or not. But it holds your phone by the hands. You can either do it like that or you can do it landscape because it will open all the way. And you can adjust it. You can put it, if you're watching in the bed, you can put it on your night table. I thought it was so cute. So I bought one for myself and I get out in the car and I said, "Get back in there and buy one for your girls because we're getting ready to go to retreat and they're going to want to watch." So I went back in and got them each one too. So that's the story about my cell phone holder. Isn't it cute? It was $5, I think. It was so cute. Debbie Zucker Fritz, Wendy Bowen, Dana, Diane Tatry. Good morning, Diane. Have I said
No,
hi to
and
everybody?
I just don't want to be on camera. I'm changing my studio around. Um, but it just looks like I'm a junk lady. When you look behind me, all this stuff, it's good stuff. It's just not organized, and you know how I am. So I don't want anybody to see my junk.
And Alan's here from across the pond. Roberta's here.
Hi, Ann Buyer.
Oh, Roberta says she got these for Louita and Jimmy too. I bet they liked them.
Yeah, they're super fun.
Hey Cheryl, how are you? Roberta says we're all junk ladies, Trisha, so we're all junk ladies.
Oh
I'm
no, I've
gonna
got a lot on.
I think I'm gonna use this for my main cover. It's some of Trisha's pretty paper from last year, right, Trisha? I haven't seen this pattern in a long time.
Hi,
And
Cheryl.
it's pink. I haven't, you know, I hate to say it, you guys, but it won't be long before we'll be out of the pink season. So I'm going to start using that up. You know, we have to be ahead of the seasons. And I've got a friend that's opening up a consignment shop in August, I think, and she wants me to come in. We're pretty good friends, so she wants me to help her. So I need to get some stuff ready for a booth too. So yep, busy again. Yeah, she doesn't want to be seen, and because she's redoing her house or her studio. I'm buying her some new lights. We're up on Amazon this morning. We've been going back and forth on lights this morning. So I'm buying her some new lights. I might even get one for myself. I don't know. And just making some changes. In the meantime, since she didn't want to be on camera, she is just in the background.
Brenda Vanoy, I sure miss you at Dina's. I hope you can come in November.
Hey, Brenda.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hey, everybody. So I think this is going to be my main. And I think I'll probably decoupage it, you know, to get that look that I like. But before I do that, I want to think what I want to put on the inside. And, you know, the inside's pretty just the way it is, but I wanted to do something else. I thought about putting a sheet of her line paper on the inside, but to use the whole paper, the lines would be going the wrong way, right? The line paper would be going that way. Didn't think I wanted that. And then I thought book page, even though it's going the wrong way, book page doesn't really matter because you'll be crafting over it. But then I thought, you know me, then I thought I'm going to try something that I haven't tried in a long time. And I'm going to get a piece of book page that is shiny. It's the shiny book page. And I'm going to cut this pattern out a little bit, just a little bit. I think maybe up towards the bright part. So, and then I'm going to do some funky things to it. Let me show you. I have brought out some stuff to play with. I've got paintbrushes. I've got my gesso that I'll be using. I've got some micron pens, a couple different colors. I need to get a black one. But I've got some micron pens. I've got, I'm not using that. That's my good watercolor brush. Trisha, that's my good watercolor brush.
I would never use that.
I've got some white gel pens. I think this is an acrylic marker. Got some Tombos. Those are watercolor markers. And I've got a graphite pencil. So all of that I think will come into play today. But first I want to fussy cut just the bright part and see if I can do what I think I can do. And if I can, it should be a pretty inside. Maybe even it would be the outside if it turns out really good. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But it's just a really rough fussy cut. I'm not trying to get perfect because I'm going to be really covering a lot of this up. This is a good way to make ephemera too, for the inside of your books, for tags, for masterboards, and all that good stuff. So I think that should do it. So I fussy that cut.
We cut back today.
Good morning, Sue, Melima, Sherry Spencer. Just got home from Bible study. What'd you study today? Oh no, it's all over till fall? Now see, that would make me sad. If I was in a group like that, I know I would love it and I would hate for it to end. Tell us what you studied. Carol Benke, I'm going to use white. I do have some clear, but I'm going to use white today. Good morning, Carolyn. Oh, Anne, I hope it helps. I hope you can just get yourself into this and try not to think about anything else right now. I've got the same issue, that's heart thing. The minute I got back from my trip, it started again. So I want to get my mind off it and do something pretty. All right. I'm going to do this on one side. So if this was the inside of my book, imagine it being just a fake fold there. Imagine it being this side, either the front inside or the back inside. Just kind of play with that in your head. If I glue it, when I glue it in, if I do decide to glue it in, you know, it would be maybe on the inside cover. That would be kind of pretty. So that's how it's going to start. And this came out of a plant book too, so the words behind it are all plant words, which is kind of cool. I didn't plan that. I had this one too. So if this works out, I might put this one on the back cover. We'll see. Okay.
Carolyn, you took some of the best pictures at that event. I just don't even think to get out my phone because I'm so busy, but I loved all the pictures, and thank you for sharing them.
Carolyn's the best with pictures. She doesn't forget. She just starts doing it the minute we get there. I remember the first year I met you, Carolyn, in person, and you were taking pictures. I thought, oh my goodness, look at all the pictures. But man, I'm so glad you do. I'm so glad you do. Because, yeah, we get busy and we forget. Jen's mother, oh gosh, I forgot. Betty. Jen's mother, Betty, was there, and she grabbed my camera once to take a picture for me, a picture of me and somebody, and she kept it and just started snapping pictures. And we laughed at her. It was, you know, it was like a joke, but some of those were the best pictures I got. So, and she was just snapping all around, just snapping. So,
thanks for sharing, Carolyn. I'm actually filling out the calendar journal with that you gave me from your car with the bees on it. It's perfect.
All right, let me get the smudges off my glasses so I can see. Carolyn's starting a Bible study tonight. You guys are in Exodus. Ooh, that'll be a good one. What are we in now in Dina's? We're in I haven't read today or yesterday. We're in Job, right? And Dina's? I think so. Moving right along in that. I'm pretty happy that I've been able to mostly keep up. I didn't do any reading over the weekend. Okay, now I'm going to take my graphite pencil. You could use charcoals or even the Tombow in a black. Anything that would be a little bit water soluble for this, I think.
Hi, Stacy. I hope you're doing well and your heart is beating at the number of times it should be beating a minute.
So I'm going to go around. I'm going to go around.
Patty Wofford.
Just quickly. Am I still in the center, in the middle of the page? Yeah. Just quickly. I'm trying to keep remembering that this is going to be the inside of a book cover and not a piece of ephemera, so I want to keep it on this side.
Good morning, Kathy.
Just tracing, just following my fussy cut the best I can. Okay, we may get back and do a little bit more of that. Now I'm going to take my watercolor pencils. My Tombows are good too. Anything that will be water soluble. We're in Job. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, so I'm not too far behind, I don't think. Today, Sherry had Bathsheba, Anna. I'll bet that was an interesting one, Sherry. Yeah, you just having so much fun. You can't get all the pictures. Okay, now I'm going to take my brush, and it's really wet. I'm going to put some gesso down in my cap of my brush and get it a little bit wetter. My gesso is really thick. Y'all, I haven't, we're doing this live. I haven't played with this in a long time. In fact, I can't really remember the last time I played with this stuff.
Yeah, I'm worried about Stacy too.
You're worried about what, Trish?
Stacy and her low blood pressure.
Oh, I know, Stacy. Oh. Our hearts, I'll tell you. Okay, so I'm going to take this and Just going to try a little bit and see what it's going to look like before I get carried away. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. Okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to get around the edges where my graphite pencil is, and hopefully it's going to make this gesso kind of grayish. I might have to add more. Get a little bit on my flower, and I don't see much happening yet, so let's play a little bit. I want to tone down the shiny magazines. I want to tone down the shiny a little bit, and that gesso didn't do much for my graphite. I'm going to give it some more. I'm going to go in a little bit thicker on my graphite.
Good morning, Beth and Beth. I love now that I have names and I've met the people in real life.
Really?
Beth, not fun. Yeah. Linda Harper.
I know. All right, is that getting gray? I don't know if that's getting gray or not. We might just have to come in with the old finger trick and get that in there, because I want to get some dark around my flower. All right, you know what I'm going to pull out to get what I want? I'm going to pull out my soot. I'm going to pull out my soot. These are my Tim Holtz watercolor pencils, Distress Ink watercolor pencils. I'm going to pull out my soot and get some black going here. I'm not happy with what that graphite's doing. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
Carol, thank you for the floral journal. Christy Mitchell gave Mom a bird book, and that bird book has some wonderful pictures in it. They're shiny, really good pictures. Every bird in the world, except for the middle finger bird.
Okay. All right, let me get my fingers dirty. I just really want it to be around a nice dark trim, but I don't want to go through my paper. So I'm getting it wet with that gesso. I think that's more what I wanted. Yeah, I think that's more what I wanted.
I was the same way, Sherry.
Yeah, me too. This aging thing is not all they've cut up to be, right? But the alternative's not too good, so we need to age as gracefully as we can. I'm getting the paper wet so that it's making this watercolor distress pencil act better. Okay. I kind of think that's the start. That's the start I wanted. Of course, you can always go over it if it turns out not to be the start I meant. I just wanted like a shadow around my flower. And then we're going to come in and dress up the flower. Fingers are way better than brushes on some occasions. Okay. I think that's kind of what I was looking for.
Hi, Rula.
Hi, Lindy. Hey, Lindy, how are you? I'm going to take some more gesso and come around and just thicken up my paper a little bit. If this is going to be the inside of my cover, I want it to be substantial.
Getting old is not for sissies.
You said it.
Sherry Spencer wants to know what you're making. I don't know what she's making, Sherry.
Sherry, I'm going to make the inside of my newest journal, and I wanted to do something different today. So this is going to be the outside of it, one of Trisha's pretty papers, and I'm going to make it full size for a change. I always make tall and skinnies or minis, and so it'll be about like that. I think it'll be pretty. That'll be like an outline, maybe put some lace there when it gets to that point. That's a long way off, and this cover may just go in the store, and I may never get that far. But that'll be the cover. And then on the inside
is so pretty. Girlfriend, where'd you get that?
On the inside, I want to put, I'm thinking of this. So I took a piece of book page, and I'll do something else back here. And this is a page out of a shiny magazine that I glued on, and so far all I've done is distress around the edges and put some gesso. That's all I've done so far. But now I want to get to having some fun, so I'm going to take some of my watercolor distress pencils, and I'm going to come in around all my flowers and give it some, try to bring out the petals a little bit, and again, take my finger, because these are watercolors, so I can take my finger and really bring out some of that color.
Hello, Kathy Brandt. How are you?
On all of the petals. Then I think I'll come back around with my micron pens and just keep layering until I get the effect I want for the inside cover of this book. And that pink coming out the edges is not bothering me at all. Just kind of coming around to my petals and then washing it down with my wet finger. You could use a brush too. I don't want to use my good brush, but coming around like so and just bringing that. It's kind of giving it a little bit of the flower lines that were in the original picture. Get in there and give it some life, some color. See, I like that, like adding a little bit and then taking my finger and smudging it out to give the petal some shape. Come down in here and do it like so, and in here. And I can come in with some other colors too and liven it up, like maybe, let me see what else I've got. This bright pink. Hi, Kathy. I think maybe this light pink here, maybe to give it a little bit more. Down in here. That kind of highlights it. Just come around and do them all. And then we're going to dry it a little bit before I get my micron pens to it. But I think it's going to be pretty. Why use a brush? I know, fingers, my mother used to say fingers are made before forks. Just eat your food. But they are made before paintbrushes too.
Carol Banky asked, "Gesso's still wet?"
I'm sorry?
Carol Banky asked, "The gesso is still wet?"
The gesso is still wet. Just a little though. Gesso dries pretty fast. It's not too wet, but it's a little wet. And that's good because I'm using watercolor markers and you want them to start activating, you know, on their own too. I'm going to see if there's a purple distress pen in here. I like what this is doing. Put some pink out here on the edges. And then I can get my distress ink and ink the edges too. Because I think I have the matching color. This is picked raspberry because these distress pens all match all of Tim Holtz's colors. His distress inks.
Hello, Remarkable Craft. He had a follow button for me.
Well, hello, how are you? You guys, if you're seeing follow buttons, you know what I always say. Hit those follow buttons. It's free and it helps us all. Oh, look, that really helped. I'm going to use more of that. Oh, I like that a lot.
It doesn't, Capri. Capri said it doesn't look like a magazine at all anymore.
No, that's what I wanted. I didn't want it to look like the magazine any longer. I want it to look like something we did, right?
I know, guys. I was worried about the guy that's working here in Holly's kitchen, but all I can hear is that saw in Mom's backyard.
Yeah, they're working on the fence next door. I talked to the guy doing the fence, and As soon as I get it approved through the association, I'm going to have him do mine to just fence it in. Everybody else is fenced in around me, so it's going to be pretty easy for me to just bring it together, you know?
Yeah. Hello, Regina Judd. Mom is working on a journal cover.
So far, so good. I think I want to get into here with something, but I'm not sure what. Let me get up here with this one.
I do too, Vicki.
You know, like you could come in with a brush. This isn't a good brush. It's a watercolor brush, but it isn't a good one, so I don't mind getting it in my ink a little bit.
Aw, Roberta, you just amaze her.
Roberta, my friend.
Roberta probably thinks Tracy and I are crazy. We were laughing so hard in the back seat of her car coming home from dinner that other night.
We have fun together.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's play with that. I think that's good. Now around here where there's so much of that graphite pencil left, I'll come around and do something with that in a minute. But I want to dry this a little bit and come in with some of my micron pens to try to bring out these, and then my gel pen. Where's my micron? That one. Let's see what we got. Let me dry it a little bit. I think it'll be a pretty inside cover. Got to ink around the edges. Have to cut that raw edge off, I think. Hey, Joan. We did have so much fun. You like them, Vicki? I bought them. They were on sale one time at Hobby Lobby. No, maybe I got them on Amazon, but I got them on sale. So I got them all. This antique linen. We might use some of that antique linen. And maybe some of this picket fence, too. Thanks, Joan.
Hi, Joan.
After this is over, I'll try to get your stuff out to you.
What'd you get?
All right. I had forgotten to give her thieves, and she messaged me to remind me. Thank you for that. You know, part of me doesn't want to cut that rough off, but we'll have to get it glued down pretty quick or it'll cut itself off, right? We'll see. All right, I think before I do the micron, I want to try a little bit of this white distress pencil and see what it does. Ooh, that's pretty. That'll add some highlights in here. Let's just do a little bit of highlighting. Over here where it was white, will help to bring it out a little bit. Now, if you had chalk pastels, that would work too. Not oil pastels. Once you put oil pastel down, I do know enough about them to know that you can't really put anything on top of it. That's going to be your oil pastel would be your last coat of whatever you're doing. I believe I'm right when I say that. If I'm wrong, correct me.
Did you get the pencils at Hobby Lobby?
Did I get these from Hobby Lobby? I can't remember. I can't remember if I got them at Hobby Lobby or Amazon. I want to lighten up this inside. It was the background. I probably could have fussy cut it out, but I'm just going to try to lighten it up a little bit.
Ann Buyer, I know. She got that out of a magazine. It almost looks 3D from this picture, Mom. It's really, really cool.
It's a cool picture.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what I got so far. I'm feeling like I want to add some leaves into the outside, but let me see what I've got here.
Carol got some from Hobby Lobby. Hey, Regina, I'm gonna start working on a journal for my sister. and I want to put pictures in it of the jewelry that she's made. So if you would like, and anybody else, please post what post over in Paper Bling and all the things so that I can print off your pictures for this journal I'm making my sister.
Oh, Trisha, that's sweet. All right, you know what? I want to come around and do some background on the paper. This is an old book that I'm using, so I'm hoping that I don't destroy it by adding paint to it, but I just want to come around and do something on the back here. So I'm thinking.
Stacy asked Gesso, is that to float the color?
I actually wanted it to tone down the shiny, Stacy. I wanted it to tone down the shiny a little bit. So I watered it down almost like a wash. That was my goal anyway. I don't know if I succeeded or not. I'm just going to put some water in this. What color is this? This is Hooker's green.
Really? Did you hear that, Wendy Bone? It's not purple, it's green.
All right, let's see what this looks like if I just put a little. Ooh, that's really strong. There, that's what I want.
You forgot to get your little jewelry box at the event.
Who's that?
Regina Judd. I'll make a note, and the next time we have a sale or you get something from the South Carolina location, I'm sure that they can add that to your package.
Ooh, I like that. I like that effect. If I'd have had a sponge, but this is doing it. Oh, I like that effect. Look how you can still see the words behind it, but it has that pattern to it. Ooh, love it. That was accident. Happy accident. Happy little accident.
I don't even think my Hobby Lobby has any Tim Holtz.
We still have some, but not like we used to. And we don't have hardly any ink in mine. Oh, look at that, you guys. I love that. It's amazing.
Yes, I can do
it with a paper towel. Just love that. Me too, Anne. I wasn't sure it would work, but it seems to be working.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got so far. Now let me get my microns. That's a 12. That's going to be too big. I need a small one. Smaller one. Where are my microns, Trisha?
I don't have them, Mom. Good. It looks beautiful. Kiko Benki, that looks so cool.
Thank you. She always had my stuff when she was here, so I'm sure she still has it somewhere.
Our Joanne's is gone too.
Gosh, where are all my microns, you guys? Oh. They're in here with my travel kit, I bet you. There's one. Well, I got some neo colors in here, but they're not the right colors. That would be pretty if I had the right colors, but I don't want to put red on that. Let's see. Those two should do.
A little bit of gesso really made all the difference.
All right. So now I'm going to get, you want to be careful and not use your microns on wet paint because your micron will be no good any longer. So let me try this. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Hobby Lobby. And my Michaels is horrible, Sue Melamon. My Michaels is like awful. I don't know why I go in because I'm always disappointed when I come out. I tried to keep it halfway so that I could do the back of the book, you know, different. So that's why I did that. I have a brown one too, Wendy. I have, well, it's kind of a reddish brown. And I have a blue one. It's almost purple. All right. This is a 0.5. So I think that will work. And I'm just going to come around and try to get in between a few of these leaves to give them some more definition. Or maybe not. Maybe not.
Vicki Lynn's Michaels is disappointing. My Michaels is really good. Gary Spencer's Michael's really good too. Mine is really good.
Oh, these microns. I need to just bite the bullet, and you're not supposed to say that, are you? I need to just go ahead and get some new ones. Let's see what I got here. I was thinking of, well, I'm not sure what I was thinking of.
Regina is disappointed in her Hobby Lobby. The last time she went, and it was an hour drive one way for her to be disappointed. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't get what they're doing. It's not going to be a hobby store anymore. It's going to be a lobby, not a hobby. All right, let me try this one. Here we go. See, the gel pens even won't work on the paint if it's wet. Not, I'm going to have to let it dry more, you guys. But you get the idea. Let's try. Yeah, this one is about gone. Wow. I tell everybody not to use them on wet, and then I do it. Oh, well. Ooh, that one's still working. I don't know what kind of flowers these are. I didn't look when I tore it out of the book. It's pretty
They look
flower.
good now. I love Amazon.
They love us. It's kind of pretty. See if we can
Say
get
Vicki
fuller.
is boats.
You're not tardy, Pam. Never tardy. Yeah, I'm not getting much ink out of this, you guys.
Yeah, this would be a cool addition for your journal. Yeah, don't be tardy for the party.
Trying to see how that looks from. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Let's see what I've got here. I think that's going to be a pretty inside cover.
Okay, Diane, thanks for coming over.
So let's, I want to decoupage it down, but I might tack it down with some glue first.
Before you do that, will you hold that up to the camera so everybody can get a good look at it?
Yeah, let me get this out of the way. Let me clean this up a little bit so that I can see it too. Made quite the mess. Now I have my, I think I'll do some more of that too. That's what I've got so far. But I'm wanting to get more light into it. So I'm going to take my Tim Holtz. Try to get some more light into it.
Yeah, that looks cool, Mom. Sherry Spencer's getting to petty it too. Girl, they run the heater across my foot at my last one. I was like, no, that's not coming off my foot. But it was.
I like these distressed pens. You guys use them? Pretty cool. And just layering and layering and layering. You know, you can't, when you're doing mixed media, layering is the trick.
It is. Roberta said it looks like it's coming off the page.
Add some water in there. Put my finger
Vicki
in there.
Owen. There's like 3 or 4 Vickies on here today.
Is it Vicky Day?
Hey, Vicky Day. That's hilarious.
Vicky Day. All right. So that's what I've got so far.
It
I'm not
does
done.
3D.
I'm not done. I think it's going to call for a splatter and some gold. I need to find some. I think I've got some gold water. Yes, I do. I've got some gold. So it's going to call for some gold here and there. Oops. Just a touch. If I had some gold leaf, that would be pretty. Hey, Martha.
Vicky Owen said, if it's Vicky Day, Mike needs to get something special for me. It is Vicky Day, Vicky.
You tell them, Vicky. I don't know how that's going to dry. Not sure how that's going to dry. Just some highlights if I can.
Regina Judd, her 36th wedding anniversary. Congratulations.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Have fun today. That was not a song. That was not a song at all.
Today's Tammy Doyle's birthday from Tammy's Country Clutter.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is she here? Is she here with us?
No, but I just know it's her birthday.
You're so smart, Trisha.
Not. Facebook is. Hi, Jerry Donis. Carol Banky may not be Vicky, but my husband owes me for going to bring in stuff to his job site.
Oh. Oh, no. Have to do something about that. But that's going to be the front. So I want this right here. In the middle. Let the pink show through just a little bit on the edges. That turned out pretty. I like that. Isn't that piece of paper pretty, Lisa? Yeah, I didn't cover the front with anything. I'd left that. That's going to be the front of the cover.
Thanks, Lisa.
I'm thinking of cutting the cover in a little bit like that and adding a lace trim. We'll see. Definitely going to have to decoupage, but this is a lot of watercolor stuff, so I'm afraid my decoupage would make it run. So I'm hesitating on that. Maybe I'll just spray it with a sealer.
Lisa, those were my great papers. I haven't made any designer papers in a while. I'll have to make some new ones. Figure out some new designs.
Okay, so that would be the inside of my cover. Ooh, just barely fit.
Oh, Vicki, he said Mike makes every day special for her, so she can't complain. He's a good one. Aw.
Kind of sets into my spine, but I'm going to be okay with that, I think. And on the back, I don't want to use what I had because I don't like that with it. That's what I had. That's the other one I had pulled out for that one. So I'm going to have to find something else for the back. But in the meantime, maybe I'll do a wash of the green over the back just so that I don't get the wrong wash when I go to do it. You know what I mean? Oh, they're making suggestions for Christmas already, Trisha.
Snowmen and snowflakes. Yeah, I do. I need to get on that, don't I?
Oh, let's have some more summer first. Let's have a little bit more summer first.
It didn't turn out very good.
What didn't?
My snowman for my designer papers, I didn't like them.
Oh, you didn't? I did. I'm just putting the green on now so I don't forget what green I had and it look all blue or something. I love that effect. Some stencils would be nice. You know it? Putting some stencils around. Ooh, that's a good idea, Bev. This would actually make a pretty cover. And that would have made a pretty inside. But I've got it on the back now, so it would be the back cover. Okay, let's see. I'm just following the words, and that should give me a straight cut.
Roberta said they won't be next to each other, so you could use one of those. I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, I know, but don't you think it'll be, with the pink, don't you think it's a little bit too red for the pink, the cover, I mean? At least that will match. I loved it. Right here, this is my favorite. This is right there. That's my favorite. It's my very favorite. Bev, can you move your book page over and make the spine closer to the other edge? I could and cut this down. Oh no, it's already glued down, Vicki. I already glued it down. You know, it's okay. It'll be okay because if the book goes right there, if the signature goes right there, you know, it kind of fades into it. It'll be fine. This is, you know, junk journals are not supposed to be perfect. Oops, sorry. It's spam. Don't worry, I'm not missing anything. Spam. Who came up with spam?
Martha Knox said that snowflakes and snowmen are year-round in her place.
Are they? Are you year-round Christmas? Thank you, Sherry. I think it's going to be a pretty cover. I'm just not sure what to seal it with. I'm not sure if I put decoupage medium that it won't take some of that off. Should I try just a little bit and see what happens? I could, I guess. I mean, I know I can decoupage this side. Look at that, you guys. I got green on it. I wonder if I can pull that up. I don't know if I can pull that up. Nope. Bummer. That's the back, but oh, that's fine. We'll put a lace spine on it. That'll be fine. No worries. All right, let me see if the decoupage medium will work. And if it starts to pull it up, I'm going to stop.
Me too, Capri. I mean, like if your phone's smart enough to say it's spam, why disturb you further?
Exactly. I block it off. I block everybody off almost immediately, but I think they just pick up another phone number. And now they're getting phone numbers that match some of your friends. I think that's really weird.
Lisa Kidd said that she heard you could use hairspray, aerosol hairspray.
To seal it? Yeah, that might be an idea. I don't have any, but
I don't think Mom has hairspray, Lisa.
I have a I have a sealer spray in my garage that I could spray it with an acrylic sealer. But let me just take a peek and see what this is going to do. I'm just going to do a little bit.
90 degrees here yesterday, Regina, in Ohio. It was really hot. I waited until right before the sun went down, and I planted 6 tomato plants, a pepper, these little cute peppers, and a jalapeno. I planted a tomato that the tomatoes are the shapes of hearts.
That's funny. I think it's going to be okay, you guys. It's not pulling off. I'm shocked. I'm happily shocked. Yeah, it's not pulling off at all.
Good.
But I'm not rubbing hard either.
Lace fixes everything. I need to send Mom some bridal lace. She doesn't have any.
I think it's going to be okay.
Really, Capri? Well, you're in Alabama, so we literally probably 2 weeks ago we still had a frost up here.
Okay, we're going to let that dry.
I know. I always look for unusual vegetables. Of course, I couldn't plant in Florida. I mean, nothing. I don't know how anybody does it in Florida. But when I've always lived in Ohio, I've had beautiful, beautiful gardens.
It smudged just a little bit, but what it did, I actually like, because it created a little bit of pinky on top of the green, so I'm okay with it. It didn't take away from it, and I think it will dry to give me that really nice feeling that I like. I'm going to it's not big enough. I think I'm going to go ahead and seal this and then decorate on top of the seal. I think I am.
Yeah, I got a Cherokee purple, and I got a Mr. Stripey, and I got another heirloom. I can't remember which one it was.
Well, you'll have to bring me some when they start coming in. You know I like a
Lisa.
good tomato.
Oh my goodness, right? Logan's doing really good, Lisa. Next week, um, because she goes to the Cleveland Clinic because her pregnancy is high risk, and so she had an appointment on the 12th and on the 13th because she couldn't see both hormones.
I put Mod Podge for Verda. I was afraid to at first because I was afraid it would pull all the color off, but it didn't. It didn't pull it off. So I'm happy. I'm happy.
To September 7th. Plant mint for your mojitos. I think I like mojitos.
Put my hand right down in that wet. How silly am I? Mint does take over, Martha. I planted mint at my old house, and I learned quickly that you should have planted it in a pot. Then put the pot in the ground. That would be okay. But man, that peppermint took over my herb garden. It was pretty, but it took over. Yeah, plant it in a pot and then plant the pot in the ground. All right. I like the shine. Can you see the shine it gave? Gave it that coating. I'll put a couple more coats on it. You know how I do. But I think it's going to make a pretty cover. I'll do something out here, but when you open it up to see that and have your signatures in there, oh my goodness. Have your signatures in there?
So pretty.
If the first page of my signature matched that flower, oh my gosh, Trisha. I have pink paper that you dyed. Let's just see.
That paper's pretty.
So if my signature is sewn in like that, oh my gosh.
Paper's pretty.
Decorate that. I have this watercolor I did that I might fussy cut out and put in here somewhere. Ooh, I'm loving this.
Pretty and pink.
Pink and green, your favorite colors, Wendy? Oh, this should be, okay. The only thing I'm not happy about is I got green paint on the back of that paper. I'm not happy about that, you guys.
Ooh, that green paper that I made for you, Wendy, would go really good in this journal.
Maybe.
Because it's really like, it's actually the same color green that was in that watercolor you just had on the screen.
The hooker green?
Yeah.
I wonder if I decorate the back where that is with that watercolor, it would, or at least that flower right there. I'm going to have to cover that because it's going to bug me so badly. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's great.
You like it?
Yeah.
You'll cover up with your layering. That's true, Roberta. I will. But right now it's in my face. It's in my face. All right. Well, I'm happy. I'm going to, ooh. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to decorate it. You're right, Roberta. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just one coat, just to seal Trisha's paper. And then I'll work on what I'm going to do later. Or like I said, you know, you could put a spine on it. A lace spine. Or a cloth spine. You could put a faux cloth spine on it. That would be pretty.
How's your hand where it got stuck in that punch yesterday?
Where it got what?
Where your hand got stuck in that punch.
Oh, lavender. It's gone.
Good.
All gone. Lavender. Any
It
day,
looks
anytime. All right. I'm going to let it dry good before I go any further, but I like that effect. So you guys should try that. Just a shiny magazine page and then just redo it. Just go over it with your markers and your pens and your crayons. You could just use crayons. I think it'll be pretty.
you have to gesso it first. You glued it down and then you put gesso over the magazine page, right?
Yeah, I glued it down and then I put gesso over to just tone down the shiny of the magazine page because it was a shiny, it was like a table, what do they call it? Coffee table book, so it was shiny. And then I took my graphite pencil and some of my distress ink pencil and went around it and then brought that out to where it would have some shadow around it. And then just started using crayons and stuff to bring out some texture. And you could keep doing it. Even now that it's been Mod Podged, you can keep doing it. Bring out your acrylic pens and stuff. So the spine with Tim Holtz material, Vicki. Right down the center. Now see, I think that's a great idea. Right down the center, a piece of that Tim Holtz fabric. Ooh, I like that. I don't have any out here, but I think so. I mean, this isn't it, but just picture a spine amount of fabric, an inch, and put it down the center. Yep.
Isn't that what you're doing in your private?
Do I, Hank?
Isn't that what you're doing in your private group this week?
This week we're doing a cloth covered spine, but not. It's actually the spine actually is going to be cloth. It's not going to be covered. It's going to be cloth. Yeah. So you stamped over. I know you can stamp over Mod Podge. There's so many things that I still want to do to this, but I want it to get good and dry first, so it won't be today. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I thought it'd be something different. I woke up this morning and said, something different, Bev? Something different? I'm even bored with myself. When you get bored with yourself, it's time to pull out some other supplies. All right, you guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good rest of your day.